Canterbury Cathedral has dominated the Canterbury skyline for 1,000 years. Today it is a place where friends and family come to celebrate and satisfy their curiosity. We are curious about why the cathedral is here, who built it, and what was its purpose. As we pass through the ornate and Gothic Christ Church gate, we enter the world of this monument to religion and supernatural beliefs. The Canterbury Cathedral requires constant maintenance. No sooner than one section is repaired, work must begin on another. Today, friends meet under its high vaulted ceilings, oblivious to the fact that this place was built in a time when England was a Catholic country. After the cathedral had stood for many years, the King of England married his dead brother's wife. She was a princess of Spain and a devout Catholic. The king wanted to divorce his wife, but the Catholic Pope forbid him. And so the king decreed that England was no longer a Catholic country. He created the Church of England and made himself the head of the new religion. Many years earlier, when Thomas Becket was Archbishop of Canterbury, he was murdered in this very spot of the cathedral by the then King of England for similar reasons of church versus state. These stories of the kings of England are well known and independently documented. However, the well-known story behind all Christian religions is not independently documented. The only evidence we have that someone named Jesus, who claimed to be the Son of God, existed is the Bible. Even though no other writings of the time verify the Christ story, it is the story behind all the deaths we just described.
These are obviously modern 1960. And what happened here is that there was a Hungarian Jew who was a famous stained glass artist who lived in Germany in the 1930s. And he obviously figured out that it was not a good place to live in the 1930s. So he came to England and started plying his trade here in England and did a number of windows in London, Tate, or Britain. He did a couple up in New York. He went to America and did several in the Washington National Cathedral. He went to South Africa and did some windows. And then he came here. And his story was he was sponsored by a woman who was a Rothschild, and also a famous tennis player, Marcella Rothschild. But she had married into the Rothschild family, so she supported him financially. But both he and Rosoka lost almost all of their family to the Holocaust.
Oh.
So they are very obviously sensitized to this. So the spirit of this window is these are people being rescued out of a prison. Those are doors of a prison opening up, like the camps, and somebody crawling out of it, and like the woman walking there might be a family member or an angel or something, we don't know. So if you come a little closer, if you see the three diagonal red dots,
Yeah.
just to the left of it, just on the outer edge of the black thing, is a thing that looks like a padlock with a hasp,
Yeah.
and underneath it, well, the place where the key goes, the little pink spot, is in the shape of a swastika. So that was his kind of statement.
Can't really. You can just about make it out.
Just about make it out, yeah. Be able to
Wow, what a
resolve it.
story.
And the irony about it is that this window was blown out during the Luftwaffe bombing of Canterbury in 1942, and you can see that there's the armature over there with the window was really light. So it's kind of ironic that his statement about the camps is replacing windows blown out by the Germans.
The irony runs much deeper. It was the very story of the Christ that caused the Jews to be ostracized, tortured, and murdered for 2,000 years. A link between the murder of 6 million Jews during the war can be drawn to this fictional Christ story that has been elevated to truth over time. This is the danger of elevating fiction to fact.
Yeah. Video. Oh, is it?